Has the World Cup ever been fixed? Hi, thanks for watching. So today I want to talk about an old World Cup soccer conspiracy. And I want to do that today because the World Cup is opening today in 2018 in Russia. And 40 years ago was the 1978 World Cup. And there is a big conspiracy theory about that World Cup. But the main controversy is around the game between Peru and Argentina. And I want to talk about this conspiracy theory because it's Conspiracy Theory Thursday. Now, even 40 years later, we do not have definitive proof of anything here. It's all just allegations, but some of them are pretty clear. Now, what happened in the World Cup? It was taking place in Argentina. They were the host country. And in group play, it comes down to points at the end as to who would advance to the final. And it was pretty much coming down to either Brazil or Argentina. They played each other to a scoreless draw. And for the final game, Brazil played and Argentina waited until that game was over before they started their game. And so they knew the result of the Brazil game. They knew that they had to win, and they had to win by 4 goals. And if they did that, they would advance to the World Cup final. Now, that type of thing wouldn't happen today. Now the rules have been changed so that the final games in group play all take place simultaneously. But that wasn't the case back then. Well, here's a story from 2012. Argentina's 1978 World Cup win against Peru was fixed in a brutal political deal, former senator says. One of the World Cup's oldest mysteries finally may be solved after claims were made this week of a sinister plot involving mass corruption, government interference, and torture. Argentina's 1978 triumph against Peru long has been suspected of involving dirty tricks by the Argentinian political dictatorship led by Jorge Videla that held power at the time. For more than 30 years, questions have been asked about the controversial 6-0 win that clinched Argentina's place in the final, where they beat the Netherlands 3-1. So according to this article, Peruvian Senator Gennaro Ledesma said a deal was struck between Peru's then president, Francisco Bermudez, and Videla, whereby Argentina would be allowed to win the game by at least the 4-goal margin it needed to avoid elimination. In return, Videla's regime agreed to receive and imprison 13 Peruvian political dissidents who were vocally opposed to Bermudez and his methods. So while these claims have been made, we still, to this day, don't have solid proof that this is what happened. But now everybody knows about all the accusations. They asked Leopoldo Luque, an Argentinian striker at the time, and he said, "With what I know now, I can't say I'm proud of my victory, but I didn't realize, most of us didn't, we just played football." And over time, many of Argentina's players have spoken out about how Videla's influence tarnished what was, for them, their finest achievement in soccer. Ricky Villa said, "There's no doubt we were used politically." Now, some other interesting things happened at that game. One of them is that General Videla, with Henry Kissinger, U.S. Secretary of State, visited the Peruvian locker room before the start of the game to wish them good luck. Well, that sounds really bizarre. Other odd things that happened in the game: Peru's star player, Jose Velasquez, was taken out just after halftime. Like, for no reason. They were down 2-0, and they just took him out. But if you really need proof, watch highlights of the game. It's unbelievable how bad Peru played. I watched a half-hour highlight film of the game, and it's unbelievable. So, do we have definitive proof of this conspiracy theory? No, we don't. We have a lot of hearsay, we have a lot of accusations, but nothing has really been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Do I believe it? Absolutely. But what do you think? Do you think that they could fix a World Cup soccer game today in 2018? Let me know in the comments. Peace. You can help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by clicking the like button and subscribing. Thanks.